It really feels like artificial intelligence is just everywhere these days. In the news, business talks.
Oh, absolutely. It's gone way past being some future concept.
Right. It feels like it's actively, changing things now, daily life, how businesses run.
For sure. And what's really interesting now, I think, is we're starting to see the actual numbers, the real financial impact it's having on the big tech companies.
Exactly what we want to dig into today. We found this really great piece on The Motley Fool, came out just yesterday, April 12th.
Mm-hmm.
And it sort of cuts through all the buzzwords, It really zeroes in on how AI is currently boosting profits for a couple of specific tech giants.
Okay.
So our mission, really, for you listening, is to pull out those key insights. How is AI actually making money for these companies, like right now?
Get past the theory to the actual practice.
Yeah. Give you a clear picture, hopefully without drowning you in tech speak.
Mm-hmm.
And the two companies we're focusing on are, well, no huge surprise, Amazon and Alphabet.
The behemoths, yeah. And the article highlights sort of a two-pronged approach they're both taking, which is fascinating.
Okay, let's unpack that. Starting with Amazon. The article says there are basically two main ways AI is helping their bottom line. First is improving their core e-commerce business.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, think about Amazon's scale. All those deliveries, the fulfillment centers, it's massive.
Right.
So even tiny improvements in efficiency, percentage-wise, they translate into huge cost savings.
And that's where the AI comes in. They're apparently using it for designing delivery routes, making them faster, but also critically cheaper.
Yeah, the logistics are mind-boggling, aren't they? What AI can do there is process just incredible amounts of data in real time.
Mm-hmm.
Traffic, weather,
right,
where packages are clustered.
Right.
It optimizes routes in ways a human just couldn't. Not at that speed or scale. It's finding efficiencies you wouldn't even see.
And it's not just the deliveries to your house, right?
Right.
Inside the warehouses, the fulfillment centers, AI is streamlining things there too.
Exactly. The article doesn't go super deep into the how, but you can picture it. Inventory management, guiding robots for picking and packing.
Like an orchestra conductor, maybe?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Coordinating everything, robots, stock, movement for maximum efficiency. And the end result is what the article calls a reduced cost to serve.
Simple enough. Spend less money fulfilling an order.
And your profit margins get, juicier.
Yeah.
It's a pretty direct line to boosting profits overall.
It really is. And we forget sometimes just how big that Prime membership base is, over 200 million people.
Mm-hmm.
So any efficiency that makes their service better, it just amplifies the financial impact massively.
Totally. A smoother, faster delivery keeps those Prime members happy, keeps them subscribed. And that subscription itself is a huge, reliable revenue stream for Amazon.
Okay, so that's the internal efficiency part. No, the second way Amazon's profiting from AI, this feels like maybe the even bigger piece. Amazon Web Services.
Yeah.
AWS.
Oh, definitely. AWS is the leader in cloud, no question. And they are perfectly positioned for this AI boom. They're basically selling the picks and shovels for the AI gold rush.
Right. The article mentions a couple of things here. First, selling access to top-tier AI products from partners. Nvidia, for example.
Yeah, and Nvidia's chips are, incredibly sought after right now for AI work.
So AWS acts like a marketplace.
Exactly. It makes these super powerful AI tools accessible to loads of other companies. Companies that couldn't afford to build that kind of infrastructure themselves. It's sort of democratizing AI power in a way.
Interesting. And they're not just reselling other people's tech. AWS is also building its own AI chips and platforms. That sounds pretty significant.
It really is. By designing their own silicon, their own chips, they can tailor them specifically for cloud customers. Potentially offer better performance, maybe better costs for certain AI tasks. It gives them, more control, lets them innovate faster.
So AWS basically makes it easy for other companies to get into AI, whether it's using partner stuff like Nvidia or Amazon's own tech.
Precisely. And as more companies pile into AI, AWS just benefits hugely. The article notes that AI customers are already a big growth driver for them.
Yeah, it mentioned AWS hit a $115 billion annual revenue run rate last year.
$115 billion. It's just, it really shows the scale of the opportunity here.
It's kind of staggering. And Amazon as a whole is already super profitable, right? Nearly $60 billion in net income last year.
Mm-hmm.
So AI potentially adds even more growth on top of that.
It hammers home the point, doesn't it?
Yeah.
AI isn't some future dream for Amazon. Yeah. It's driving real significant profit now, both by making e-commerce leaner and by supercharging AWS.
Okay, let's switch gears then. Alphabet. Google's parent company, the article draws parallels, saying they're also using that kind of dual approach.
Yes. Seems like a winning formula, this internal-external strategy for AI. For Alphabet, a lot of the internal focus is on Gemini, their big AI model.
Gemini. Yeah, that feels like something people might be starting to interact with more, maybe on their phones, as an AI assistant.
Exactly. It's becoming more integrated. But maybe even more important for Alphabet's bottom line is how they're using Gemini to improve Google search.
Which is still the absolute core of their business, right? The profit engine.
Absolutely. Search drives the vast majority of their revenue, mostly through ads.
So better search results, powered by AI, like Gemini.
Means a better experience for users, keeps them coming back. And crucially, it helps advertisers target their ads more effectively on Google's platform.
Right. So if the AI helps me find what I need faster and better, I use Google more. And if it helps advertisers reach the right people,
They get a better return on their spending, so they spend more on Google ads. It's this really powerful cycle that AI enhances. More relevant ads, better user experience, more ad revenue for Alphabet.
makes total sense. Okay, so that's the internal use. What about the external? Google Cloud. It's similar to AWS. They're selling AI stuff too.
Yep. Offering AI infrastructure, generative AI solutions is the term the article used, to their business customers. And the growth there sounds pretty impressive.
Yeah, didn't it say cloud revenue jumped like 30% in the last quarter to $12 billion?
$12 billion, yeah, 30% growth. That's huge. And it clearly shows the demand for cloud services, with AI being a major factor driving that growth.
And their AI offerings are apparently pulling in new clients directly.
That's a key point. The article mentioned, let me see, the number of first-time deals doubled year over year.
Wow.
And deals worth over $250 million also doubled. So they're not just getting more customers, they're getting bigger, more valuable contracts, and AI seems to be a key reason why.
That kind of doubling, it really highlights how vital AI is becoming for these cloud platforms. It's not just storage anymore, it's about providing these advanced AI tools.
Exactly right. So these strengths, improving search internally with AI and the rapid AI-fueled growth in Google Cloud, they really position Alphabet very strongly in the tech sector moving forward.
So, stepping back, looking at both Amazon and Alphabet, this pattern really is clear, isn't it? Use AI inside to make your main business more efficient, more profitable, and use your tech muscle to build and sell AI tools and services to everyone else.
That's the key takeaway, I think. This isn't just future potential, it's real. It's driving billions in revenue today, tangibly hitting their bottom lines.
And there's that interconnectedness too, right? Like AWS provides the basic building blocks that lots of companies, maybe even parts of Alphabet sometimes, used for their AI work.
That's a great point. These big cloud platforms, AWS, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure too, they're becoming the foundation for AI adoption everywhere. They offer the massive computing power, the data storage, the specialized tools.
Making it possible and maybe even affordable for so many others.
Right. Scalable and cost-effective AI deployment.
And the sheer size of Amazon and Alphabet, they're already giants. But AI isn't just tweaking things, it's presented as this major catalyst for even more growth.
Exactly. These aren't small startups finding a niche. These are established titans using AI to amplify their power. It really shows how transformative AI can be.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive on how AI is driving profits for Amazon and Alphabet right now, maybe a final thought for listeners to chew on.
Okay.
We've seen their dual strategy, internal efficiency, external products. Could that be like the main playbook for how other companies successfully use AI going forward?
That's a really good question to think about.
You know, could companies in totally different sectors, manufacturing, healthcare, finance, follow a similar path, adapt that strategy?
It seems plausible, doesn't it? Using AI to optimize their own operations, whatever they might be, and potentially creating new AI-driven services or products for their own customers. The possibilities seem, pretty vast.
Definitely food for thought. And if folks want to explore this more, the source for today, The Motley Fool, is obviously a great place for more financial analysis on these companies and others.
Absolutely. They do consistently good work on, investment insights and that sort of thing.